Hi, this is Meg from Flow Financial Planning. Last month's video was so popular I decided to do another one this month. And this month's topic is inspired by a couple of women I've talked to recently who mentioned a concern they have that I just don't see talked about very frequently in financial planning or personal finance circles. And the problem is, I have no problems. Nothing is broken in my financial life. Life's good. I don't have any specific goals for the future. I make more than I spend. I'm maxing my 401k. I've got an emergency fund. What am I supposed to do now? And I know that some of you are probably laughing. We're like, ooh, what a problem. You don't have any financial problems. And it's true. It's a pretty awesome position to be in, but it is not licensed to be slack about your finances. The good thing about having, well, either a goal, a specific goal, or even a financial problem is that it gives us direction, and we really like direction. It gives us clarity. We know what we're supposed to be doing. But if you don't have problems and you don't have specific goals, we're sort of rudderless. And if you're rudderless, you might really miss some good opportunities that can be useful to you later. And the main thing I want to talk about is when you do have this opportunity to be actively maximizing the financial opportunities in front of you and making and saving as much money as possible, build up your war chest, because you might not have goals now, but they're going to come into focus sooner or later. And I think my life's a really good example of this, and I'm going to try to make my personal story short. I spent my 20s and early 30s in San Francisco in the tech industry, living the stereotype. Yoga, burritos, hiking, making more money than I spent, maxing my 401k. I had an emergency fund, and also saving to just a regular taxable investment account. In my early 30s, I marry a guy who's in the exact same position. So we continue together in that same way. Not really have any specific goals or problems. But within 2 years of marrying, we are pregnant, we've had our baby, I've decided to quit the tech industry. I go back to school to get a master's in financial planning, and we move cross-country back to my home state of Virginia. In Virginia, we stay there for about 4 years, plodding along, and then we decide to move. And so he takes a 7-month unpaid sabbatical. I quit my job. We buy a minivan, put our 2 children inside of it, drive around the country for about 3 months looking for a new place to live and seeing Mount Rushmore, and we end up in Bellingham, Washington. And within 2 years of moving here, we have bought our first house, my husband has quit his job, and I have launched my own financial planning firm. That requires some serious financial resources, because I would never have done it without that. I'm simply not that risky. I'm a pretty conservative person. But we did have this war chest built up over years of not really knowing what we'd use it for, but knowing that, in general, money's a good thing to have. And in fact, money gives you that power and that flexibility and that choice, and that's the opportunity you have in front of you right now if you find yourself in this position. Don't just participate in your 401k in a half-assed way, or neglect to participate in your employee stock purchase plan because it's too complicated to figure out and you don't need the money now. Don't just let your cash build up in your bank account earning nothing because you don't know what you need the cash for. Maximize your financial opportunities now so that in the future, when your goals do come into focus, you can just do it. You can just move. You don't have to then wait and scrimp another few years to support your goals. That's the power of your situation. That is the awesomeness of your situation. And I think that's one of the things that, particularly in the tech industry, we see a lot of. And it gets me really excited. And I think people don't understand well enough what that power is that they have within their grasp. So if you do find yourself in this position, I hope you get excited about the potential that's right in front of you. So again, this is Meg from Flow Financial Planning. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next month.